Goldilocks and the Three Bears. Once upon a time, a family of bears lived together in a house of their own in a wood. First, there was Baby Bear, who was the smallest, and next, Mama Bear, who was medium-sized, and last came Papa Bear, who was the biggest. They had each a bowl for their porridge, a little bowl for Baby Bear, and a middle-sized bowl for Mama Bear, and a great big bowl for Papa Bear. And they had each a chair to sit in, a little chair for Baby Bear, and a middle-sized chair for Mama Bear, and a great big chair for Papa Bear. And they had each a bed to sleep in, a little bed for Baby Bear, and a middle-sized bed for Mama Bear, and a great big bed for Papa Bear. One day, after Mama Bear had made the hot porridge for their breakfast and poured it into their porridge bowls, they walked out into the wood while the porridge was cooling so that they wouldn't burn their mouths by beginning too soon to eat it. And while they were walking, Goldilocks came to the house, but there was no one to be seen. First, she looked in at the window, and then she peeped in at the keyhole, and seeing nobody in the house, she opened the door. The door was not locked because the bears were good bears who did nobody any harm and never suspected that anybody would bother them. So Goldilocks opened the door and went in, and was very well pleased when she saw the porridge on the table. Goldilocks should have waited until the bears came home, and then perhaps they would have invited her to breakfast, for they were good bears, perhaps a little rough, as the way of bears is, but still very good-natured and hospitable. But Goldilocks was an impatient little girl, and not as polite as she should have been, so she set about helping herself. First she tasted the porridge of Papa Bear, and that was too hot for her. And then she tasted the porridge of Mama Bear, and that was too cold for her. And finally she went to Baby Bear's porridge and tasted that, and that was just right. And Goldilocks liked it so well that she ate it all up and left the bowl empty. Then Goldilocks sat down in Papa Bear's chair, and that was too hard for her. And then she sat down in Mama Bear's chair, and that was too soft for her. And then she sat down in Baby Bear's chair, and that was just right. So there she sat till the bottom of the chair came out, and down came she, plump on the ground. Then Goldilocks went up the stairs into the bedroom in which the three bears slept. And first she lay down on Papa Bear's bed, but there were too many covers. And next she lay down upon Mama Bear's bed, but there weren't enough covers. And then she laid down upon Baby Bear's bed, and that was just right. So she covered herself up comfortably and lay there till she fell fast asleep. By this time the three bears thought their porridge would be cool enough, so they came home to breakfast. Now Goldilocks had left Papa Bear's wooden spoon standing in his porridge, and when he saw it, he said in his great gruff voice, "Somebody has been eating my porridge." And when Mama Bear looked at hers, she saw that her silver spoon was standing in it too, and in her sweet voice she said, "Somebody has been eating my porridge." Then Baby Bear looked at his, and there was the little spoon in the porridge bowl, but the porridge was all gone. And in his little, small, wee voice, Baby Bear said, "Somebody has been eating my porridge and has eaten it all up." When they noticed all this, the three bears realized that someone had come into their house and bothered their things, and they began to look all around them. Now Goldilocks had not put the hard cushions straight when she had got up from Papa Bear's chair, and in his great, gruff voice he said, "Somebody has been sitting in my chair." And Goldilocks had squatted down Mama Bear's soft cushion, and in her sweet voice she said, "Somebody has been sitting in my chair." And you know what Goldilocks had done to the third chair, and in his little, small, wee voice, Baby Bear said, "Somebody has been sitting in my chair and has broken it all to pieces." Then the three bears thought they needed to make a careful search, so they went upstairs into their bedroom. Now Goldilocks had pulled the pillow of the Papa Bear out of his place, and when he saw that, Papa Bear said in his great gruff voice, "Somebody has been lying on my bed." And Goldilocks had left a hollow, empty place in Mama Bear's bed, and in her sweet voice she said, "Somebody has been laying in my bed." And when Baby Bear came to look at his bed, there wasn't a hollow, empty place, but a round, high place under the covers. And there was the pillow in its place, but it wasn't empty, for there upon the pillow was Goldilocks' face covered by her golden hair, and in his little, small, wee voice, Baby Bear said, "Somebody has been lying in my bed, and there she is!" Goldilocks had heard in her sleep the great, rough voice of Papa Bear, but she was so fast asleep that it was no more to her than the roaring of wind or the rumbling of thunder. And then she had heard the sweet voice of Mamma Bear, but it was only as if she had heard birds singing in a dream. But when she heard the little, small, wee voice of Baby Bear, it was so surprising that it wakened her at once. Up she popped, and when she saw the three bears on one side of the bed, she tumbled herself out the other side and ran to the window. Now the window was open, because the bears, like the good, tidy bears they were, always opened their bedroom window when they got up in the morning. Out Goldilocks jumped, and she ran away as fast as her legs would carry her. And the three little bears never ever saw again even one little golden hair of her golden locks.